Hey guys, it's Emily Lopez with You Can DIY, and I have a tip for you today that is gonna save you a lot of stress and heartache. If you have ever, I have a mirror right here that I need to install today. If you have ever tried to hang up a mirror or a picture or a piece of decor that has two evenly aligned spaces, we need to align these with each other evenly to get a nice level mount, and we also need to get it level on the wall. I have a trick that's gonna save you a lot of frustration. In my case, I have a laser lined up. This is completely unnecessary. The reason I have this here is because I'm trying to line up with the center of my faucet. If you were trying to do that, you also could just draw a line with a level and you could totally make it work. So this is more for how to mount this instead of worrying about the alignment. But what I'm gonna do here is, for my placement, I have to be a little bit technical because I am trying to align with the center of my faucet as much as possible. But I also have realized that my faucet and my electrical box are mostly lined up, but not 100% perfect. So part of this we're gonna eyeball to adjust as well. Instead of trying to measure and get this perfect and measure how far our gap is between here and worry about aligning it, we are just gonna basically make ourselves a sort of template. We're gonna take a piece of painter's tape or some sort of removable tape. We're going to put those across from each other like that. We're gonna poke out a hole where our screws are gonna go, because we know they're gonna hang, so they're gonna go to the uppermost part of that. Now, we don't have to worry about holding and getting this mirror perfect on the wall with one set of hands. We're just gonna use this to get our measurement. So I know how far my holes are from each other because I just have my piece of tape, and I know from the top of my mirror down is 6 inches and about a 1/16. So then I'm just gonna remove my piece of tape. I'm also gonna put my mirror somewhere safe so I don't break it. So now I can just work with and adjust this instead of having to work with and adjusting my mirror. So I'm gonna get a couple of things here. I'm gonna get a little level, and I'm gonna get my step stool so I can reach up there. The other thing you could do too, if you didn't wanna worry about measuring exactly, is you could just take your piece of tape. I'm gonna fold it backwards so I don't stick it to itself. I'm gonna align my two holes up and fold it in the middle, so I know that that fold is my center that I'm gonna try to align with my laser. Now I'm gonna check my laser, make sure I haven't bumped it. Again, we discussed, we know it's not exactly perfect, so part of this is gonna be eyeballing. And then I know that I want my mounting to be 6 inches down because that's how high the top of my mirror is. My mirror is 37 3/4 inches tall. So if I was mounting it here, I know I want it taller rather than lower. So I'm gonna go pretty much as high as I can go without conflicting with my light. I'm gonna go 6 inches down because that's where my tape's gonna line up with without hitting my light. I'm gonna take my tape, I'm gonna line up my fold where I bent it with the center of that. And if you can't see it very well, like I'm having a hard time seeing it because that light is so bright and it's kind of blinding everything out, I'm just gonna mark it with a pencil. Oop. So I can see that's my center line. So I'm gonna put my center line on my laser. I'm gonna eyeball it. Then though, before I secure it all the way, I'm gonna kind of use my laser just on my tape. I'm gonna align it and make sure it's aligned. And okay, I think we're pretty good. I'd also like to check with a little bit longer level because sometimes those short ones, I feel like it looks level, but over a longer span, it's not. So we're just gonna line this up with the top of our tape and we're pretty good. Okay, so now I don't even have to trace this. I can just drill right through those two holes. In my case, because I know I don't have studs in those two locations, I am gonna use some drywall anchors that are rated for significantly more than the weight that I am installing of this mirror. Then pull off your tape. Or don't, if it's behind what you're hanging up. Your call, who cares? Super easy. We literally hung that up in a matter of minutes.